So what we have here is we're gonna be looking specifically at tie23he's run right now, and we're gonna check the others as well. And we're gonna be stopping a lot, talk about stuff probably. And I'm gonna be paying an extra attention to layouts because in the leading up to Exilecon, in the last 3 weeks, I've taken over 1,500 screenshots because I was helping tie23he with layouts. So I have a pretty good understanding, and there's at least one layout that I'm not sure why tie23he did what he did. Yeah.
2 minutes
from starting.
I'm very excited. Are you going to commentate the race with us, Jonathan?
Let me know if it's too loud, too silent, etc.
Nothing compared to you guys. You know, like especially when it comes to racing, I don't know what mods are important. I don't know. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna mute it. Never mind. I'm just gonna mute it anyways. Actually, I can do this. Nice. So you don't hear it, but I hear it. Easy game. Yes, this is the actual run now. Oh, hey, hello, Jonathan. It's a bit weird because I don't see the full screen. I have to actually look at the corner. Unless I look at my OBS, I guess. So as everyone else, he puts move only somewhere for yeah, so that they can juggle with items, etc. tie23he's run was over well before the tabula dropped. Yep. We're gonna talk about that later. We're gonna focus on tie23he now. I wish I could have like a timer, but I'm gonna be stopping this so we can compare it to the others though. So there's that. Has a decent kill on the zombie. Man, it was actually distracting listening to them. Nothing too special to talk about yet. There's something about the Hillock fight that we get to talk when we go over Waggle's run, but tie23he has no issues with the Hillock kill. Gets the placement. You wanna place it near a wall so you get the double hit, or sorry, triple hit from the. Well, sometimes triple hit. It's really hard to pull off, but when Hillock is closing out on half HP, you need to stop because otherwise you're gonna waste your mana because he just heals past it. He didn't even check for. Wait, did he check for movement speed? I think he did. He goes for NN, which isn't movement speed. What is the NN for? I'm actually. Like, he types NN. I'm not sure if it's a typo, but he just went for the links. Like it looked. He didn't even look at the boots. But that should not show. Unless it shows the wait, what's the prefix of the boots? POEDB boots What is the name of the first mod? Oh, yep, it's runners. That's actually, yeah, yep. Yeah, that's some 5 head right there. Yep. So he checked. Oh damn. We're like a minute into the run, and I just learned something. I didn't think you like I didn't know that you can look for the prefixes or suffixes of the name. I thought you could only look at for the actual mod. But yeah, so he searched NN for runners for the name of the prefix. And then because he didn't get movement speed, then he gets links. Oh yeah, I know you can do mob, you can do the 10%. Yeah, I know. I know those, but I didn't know the NN. This is new for me. So he just buys say some links. Let me go back. I wanna see the so he just takes some random one for colors because those are not linked. There's a yeah, so he needs the blue green for onslaught. And yep. He actually goes with a 2 link for a really long time. He got a bit unlucky with the wand attacks, like the wand attack damage rolls on the zombies. He got like 2 very low rolls, but at least he hit on all of them. Again, there's nothing too special on this. It's it's just like when you okay. I mean, he could have started dealing damage to Hillock a bit earlier, but there was a zombie, so I don't think he even went for that. Like tried to do it. And yeah, when he pulls up the sword, you just go past it, take a bit of time, and then you ideally want to try to kill him so that when he comes to you, and he dies there and not like too far away. That there, that's something that I actually suck at doing. I'm trying to do this every now and then, and I always fail it. So when he talks to Nessa, a lot of the guys like actually this. So when he talks to Nessa, just before he clicks away, so his character starts moving just before he actually opens the trade window, or like just pay attention to that. So, like his character is now moved away, and he still has the purchase and sell items. So he saves a lot of time with that because the character is moving while he can do shopping. So he has 3 links, but he doesn't have colors on those. He wants a blue green, but he doesn't have it, of course. Just buys Storm Blast Mine. Didn't even look for movement speed, by the way. He just takes Freezing Pulse. Or did he? Or did I? Was he so fast that I literally couldn't even see him do it? Oh god. Holy fuck. I actually didn't see him do that. Without... I blinked and I missed it. Like... So, I saw him go here to take the Freezing Pulse, and it looked like he literally skipped the looking for the movement speed. I literally said he didn't even look for movement speed boots. Like, look, this is in real time. Like, I only looked at him take this. He took the blue-green gloves. I like didn't even pay attention to the movement speed. Like, what he did. Okay, so this is I guess very important, and I actually do this. Now that I think about it, I've been doing this wrong all the time. So he looks for the link. He looks for the links/colors first. Then he searches for the movement speed, because in case he doesn't have the movement speed, he doesn't have to remove the search to see the colors of the links anymore. Like, so here, he's actually looking at the gloves right now for the links he needs, which is blue-green. And after he has checked that there's something he can take, then he goes for the movement speed. Because all of those gloves, and they're gonna be one alteration, unless they're magic, which he then couldn't buy because he only have 3, but he could make a wisdom. Yeah, he could make a wisdom, so that's not a problem. So, but that's like, that is so simple, but something that I don't see other people do. Like, I don't actually see other. Usually everyone just like rushes to check the movement speed. But he just like looks at the links first and then goes for the movement speed. Like, he even hovers his goddamn mouse to the gloves before it happens. Like, this is like, oh my goodness, yeah, this is like muscle memory right now. And again, just like on the first vendor, when he clicks to Tarly, he clicks at the start of the coast, or like close to it, so there's no like movement time lost there. So if you look at his character and like ignore the reward and everything, like his character is moving right now. So he's like literally right next there. What's his search string? NN for, let me show you. He is looking for runners. Axel 5 head, dude. Like, oh. Get his link, like sockets all of his stuff while running. He was going up first, then he realized that it's not gonna be there. Do you guys want me to tell the tells during the runs, or there's one thing that is a bit fucked in this whole race, is that all of the layouts that have a corrupted zone looked like they spawned with the corrupted zone. So the tell here is this. Well, the first tell is how this starts here. So you can go right. If this was blocked, so it like there was nothing like above this. Like if you were to actually, you guys are getting a treatment right now. So no, why does it do that? That's not cool. That's not cool. Don't do that to me, game. Okay, the pen fucks it up. I can't do it. Feels bad. Yeah. Apparently the pen doesn't work on this. I could like draw like the stuff here on top of the screen, but apparently this does something with the player. But okay, so if you were to draw a horizontal line, yeah, here, if there's something above that line, like there's nothing there. No, I'm not gonna take like a sniper or anything like that. Too much effort. So it like doesn't force you to go down. Then you just keep going there, and think it was a slightly mispathing here. He started going up instead of like keep going to the right, but because now he almost misses the Q, and that's, if you see this here, so you don't see it yet, right? When he turns away, look down. So if you look at the minimap, there's like this like I guess like a ramp, and if you have this kind of start with this kind of ramp, the faster way is to go through the bottom section than from the top. It's not a big difference, but this is faster. I don't remember if anyone else, like if anyone does the other way around. Yeah, tie-tie actually does it. Tie-tie goes from the above, which is slightly slower. But we're talking about like a mere seconds difference. Like you can see it, like it would come from here, and then instead of like turning down immediately to here, it forces you to go up here a bit, and then like here. No, we didn't go over coast because the fuck ups that you can do coast are so small. Well, except the one that Waggle did, but he was like super tilted properly from everything anyways. In that one specific layout. The bigger tells on coast are if you can, like if you know the layout and you get the long layouts, you would just reset it. But it doesn't matter in this because this is, everyone has the same layout, right? So it doesn't do anything. Goes to mud flats. So at the start, when he didn't go like all the way here, right? So his pathing was a bit off. He went too much here. When he realized that this is a stop layout where there's nothing like above you or like where the starting point is, you literally just go down a bit more to the left. But so this is like a slightly, I'm actually going to show you quickly the full screen so you can see, look at tie-tie. Tie-tie here is doing a perfect read. This is like literally the perfect read. So you go past this. When you realize that, you go literally down and a bit to the left. Because sometimes the thing is, the first thing is like far more to the left, so you don't want to go straight down because there's a risk that you miss it, so you go more there. But we're gonna go over that later. No, it's a different seed. So he didn't get the fastest routing to the first one, so there's a risk now that there's something to the left, like here, so he has to go there. He has to go check that there's nothing there. When if he did it like the other way around, you like come to the middle here, so you would see it if it's there. So as you can see, he went a bit to the left to check it. It wasn't there, so then it's just like go to the right. There's a layout where it's also below the first one, but so he could have done this slightly better, but as it turns out, not a big deal. I don't actually remember what was the submerged layout, but yeah. Did you see that? Did you guys see what he did there? So when he's moving towards the waypoint, you know when you click the waypoint, it opens the minimap. When he gets his cursor there, he opens the minimap So he has clicked the waypoint, so the character is now moving, and to click the waypoint, he opens the minimap. I think all of the guys actually do this. They open the minimap so they can place their cursor in the exact spot where they have to click to go to the next zone, so they don't have to, like, you know, you click it, you see the waypoint, and then you move your mouse to the right place. They preemptively do it. Then he closes the minimap, because if you have this open when you click the waypoint, it doesn't refresh, so you can't actually click this. You have the minimap open, you don't have it open from the waypoint. So he closes it, he has the cursor in the same place, but he doesn't move his mouse anymore, because he already clicked to the waypoint from, like, here. And now when the minimap opens from the waypoint, it's an instant click. This, I am genuinely curious if he just ran this zone like 15,000 times and figured out something that I haven't done, or has a percentage of how many times in this layout where you start. So what I'm talking about, this layout, you come from, like, down, like from the top left corner instead of from the top right corner, that you just take the upper way. Because when I did this, like, a long time ago, we're talking about like over a year ago, I think, or something like that. For consistency's sake, we always went down on this layout. So he went from the top side. So what I'm now wondering is, there's a tell after he has, like, started, because at this point I don't think you can tell yet. So no, they don't change layout every league. That's not true. So if there was a tell, so what I'm wondering here is, because he keeps going, so I'm assuming if he had a wall here, like, I can show you. Give me a second. I can show you why I'm confused of this decision he made. So we have a layouts where you have the pathway open, so this wasn't open, and some more. But okay, so this was the layout. So going here wasn't a big deal. We're talking about like 6-ish seconds or something like that. Wait, is Ty in the chat or no? Or where did you get that Ventura? Am I like, oh, you talked to him today? Yeah, but the thing is, when he was here, I don't think you can tell it's this yet, because you have a layout like this. Now, maybe this here is the tell, and because there wasn't that, I mean, well, it's in here anyways, right? Like, I can tell before you see that, like that here. Like in here, you would see that, and he would just turn around. So I don't know if he was like actually, and like this. It takes you a while before you see that, and at that point, it doesn't even matter if you turn around anymore. Like this is like almost the same. So I guess he just, then you have like this again, but yeah. Because I'm like so 50-50 on this. Should I go here or here? And I think for consistency's sake, going down is still the better option. Because majority of the time in this layout, when it's down here, you lose so much time by going here and taking the turnaround. Whereas every time it's not on the bottom side, you don't actually lose time by running around the rock. Whereas if you were to do that on this layout, like the layout where you start from the top left, you lose much more. Even on the even on turning around, you lose time. Whereas if you just keep going, if you keep going regardless, because in every time, like this is like the worst case scenario almost. I think there's like one that is slightly, there's like one that is very feels bad, man. But you can tell this layout. You can tell this how this opens, like how this ledge is versus like this area, like this rock. You can tell this, and then you can make the turnaround. So I'm not sure if there's something I've just missed. It's been a long time since I did this, so I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. Let's go back there. No. This is not the same seed anymore. But yeah, as you wait, you don't actually see the full screen. But as you can see, look at tie here. There. As you can see, this isn't a big deal of a dead end. This info will be useless in 2.0. Actually, tie was on the producer layout generation panel that wasn't streamed, and when he asked the question, like I told if he could ask a question for me in there, which was about what happens to the layouts of the existing story. Are they gonna get the same like super randomized treatment as the POE 2? And the answer was something along the lines of, we are modernizing the campaign, which means there will be some changes, but the complete random generation will not come to POE 1, as we already have thousands of layouts, and it would be waste of money to scrap all of that and build POE from the ground up. So no. They're probably gonna be adding some, but they are not, like, all of my work here isn't wasted, gladly. We'll see though, but so yeah. Nothing too special about the actual Hailray kill. But yeah, you have Onslaught, you're on Freeze Impulse. You try to keep it up a bit, and then it just kills stuff with. Yeah. Early on. Now it's gonna switch out. Oh yeah, actually, we're gonna pay attention to the vendoring again. Did you see how he had, like, dude, the level of muscle memory he has is just beyond insane. When he's in the loading screen here, he already places the cursor to the spot where Nessa is. So he has like 0 downtime from the loading screen to clicking Nessa. It's literally there when she appears. And looks like it's it looks like it's the corner of like a darker section of the rock. I mean, that's something. Yeah, that's why I say that's probably muscle memory. But the way he puts his cursor there makes me kind of believe that he actually has actually made this shit down to science. And so he clicks to Nessa. The moment he clicks to Nessa, so he already clicked it, and then he has the cursor already waiting on the second spot. The moment it talks to Nessa, she clicks again. Takes the lesser poison and the quicksilver because they are in the same spots. Also, you don't need elemental prolif. It's elemental prolif while it's used kind of past when you get Ice Bite, people don't use Ice Bite in this race. And does the same stuff here, but instead of... Okay, so instead of going up now to the coast, he actually... Okay, so he doesn't have blue, blue, green yet here. He definitely looked for it because it took him a bit time to go from there, and just takes Swift. I don't remember the name of that skill. Swift something. Almost bad, but yeah. Then takes the skill gems, and now he clicked down. I don't think. Yeah, he takes Frost Bomb and then Frost Blink. He didn't even look for movement speed boots anymore, which is a bit odd, because he did get the level up. So what you want to do is you want to level up before or after killing Hailrake, so you get another no scrolls. I mean, he has the portal scroll, so he can do it. He can buy it if he wants it, but it looks like he just... I'm not sure if it's because he doesn't have the 2 wisdoms, or he doesn't want to even take the risk, like, if he has them, because then he has to like split the portal scroll stack to buy the boots. So I think he just has it made so that if he doesn't have the ID scrolls at this point, he just doesn't even look at it. But one thing I does differently from somewhat, like, I think Havoc, for example, went to hideout in this vendor. But yeah. Which I'm not sure. I think the hideout is, assuming you have a god tier loading screens, the hideout is better. Especially, but yeah, I guess you don't have macro here, so it's harder to do. Because, for example, I have a slash hideout macro. Flash charge fix? No, but you get the flash charges in hideout as well. Okay, let's see. So the read here is there's nothing. If I were to draw a diagonal line here, like from this spot, and like keep going it like here, there is nothing below that line here, so that tells us where we are located in like a grid or diamond or whatever you want to call it. Like, all of the areas they are placed in a world, and they have like a set amount of space they are generated on. So that here tells that we are at the bottom, and the fact that we went down from the start instead of up tells us like exactly where to go. So at this point, everyone, the moment they came from here, everyone knows the layout already. But they still do like a tiny, very, very tiny fuck up, but I would probably do the same, honestly. I'm trying to pay attention to also like what drops for him, like links, because I don't hear, like, we don't hear the loot filter or anything. So if you see transmutes drop or alteration and I miss it, just point out. Again, put all of the stuff in while you're going. He doesn't use Orb of Storm yet. I mean, he gets it, he puts it to level, obviously, but you use Frost Bomb for actual damage early. So yeah, there was the, like, here's the end, right? So in here, everyone, including me, would take, like, and in this crossroad, instead of going down here, we will go there, because it's hard to tell like which way around it goes, but general direction is like here, like top left. When I'm saying top left, I'm just like talking, like literally talking about the corner of the screen. So this is top left, this is top right, bottom left. This is left, right, bottom, and then top. That's like how I'm talking about. So yeah, there's an unfortunate no connection here, and everyone does the exact same. Yeah, but like one interesting thing, I'm still kind of wondering what is the actual reasoning is. I mean, you don't need, like, you do not need to upgrade your life or mana flask until like Act 3. Like, you can literally go with like any flasks as long as you have something all the way to yeah. I remember everybody doing that. Like, it was really hard to pay attention to all four reading their layouts, especially because they were there at different times. But yeah. But yeah, about the flask, so you don't need any flask upgrades until like Act 3. Has Ty not put Orb of Storm to level yet? No. Okay, so we're just waiting for a free time when he's not killing anything. And after, when you come the stairs up here, if you don't get blocked by a wall here, you just keep going. If you get blocked by a wall, then there's a potential for a tiny mistake to be made, but obviously we didn't get layout, so I don't need to talk about it. Yeah, I saw the video. Okay, it's weird seeing him use Stormblast Mine even now instead of like this pack that he just killed with Stormblast Mine. He could have just used Frostblink. And you get cooldown reduction on Frostblink based on how many monsters you hit with it. So you go into a pack and you Frostblink out of the pack. They are in the AoE. And then you just get, yeah. And as we see, he's picking chromatics. I think he even picked chromatic items. Doesn't need TPs anymore. Makes sense, didn't go back for it. See, that's the... Like, that's how most people do all of the packs whenever they can. But yeah, Ledge is where you get a lot of XP. Especially if you look at backs. So you slap in a skill in there and then you Frostblink, but I think this was a misplay because he just lost I mean, you know, he has Onslaught, but I don't know if he's paying attention to his Onslaught. But usually you don't want to steal kills from Onslaught by Frostblinking, because his Onslaught is on Frostbomb. Yep. But he ended up refreshing his Onslaught from the 2 monsters that the Frostbomb killed. But yeah, he's just... No, wait, that's... Ty is still level 5. I think it was Havok who just... Yeah, Havok hits 6 at this point. Wait, is that Ty? Oh, wait, sorry, you're right. The ES Scrub Core character was for the original race. Yeah, you're right, that was Ty. Yeah, that was Ty. I think, no, yeah, I think Havok is like literally just the same level as he is. Yeah. So he's like, he's about to hit level 7 here, which isn't... Like, you get a lot of XP in Ledge. Oh, okay. That was... I'm pretty sure that was Havoc, who just leveled up. They're like literally the neck and neck right now in XP. And tie just now hit 6. Wait, no. I don't... It's hard, like I don't... Like the screen that you see isn't full screen for me. No, wait. Okay, so tie is actually a level ahead of Havoc right now. And they're... Havoc just went... Okay, so Havoc just went past the waypoint, so he's not that much behind in XP after this zone, but he's like 7.5. I'm talking about tie now. I should really be focusing more on him instead of just like comparing it to the others right now, honestly. Just killing the packs on his way. He does this a tiny bit different than others. Others usually seem to just skip this. But that's a really good pack to kill. Like actually really good pack. In my opinion. Like I don't like skipping this pack. And he got a trans... I think that was his first transmute. So he's level 8 entering prison. Yeah, that's pretty good. Doesn't even take the waypoint. Okay, there's few tells in lower prison. The first one is there anything behind the waypoint wall? So if there's nothing here, like absolutely nothing here, and there's no door connecting here, or door connecting here, which he didn't even check, obviously, because you saw there's a wall here, like there's something behind this, then there's never no need to even go here and check it, and it just, you know, it's like the layout where it ends here. And now he's looking for the trial. He saw the trial there. The trial being this close, like in this orientation, tells the exit is going to be here. Other possible location would be here, which obviously we don't see here. If there was no trial here, you would actually keep going, because then the trial would have been probably further away here, and the exit is going to be there. I'm pretty sure, yeah, because the way he turns back, I'm pretty sure he knows exactly where the exit is gonna be. Yes, he's not even checking if this goes here, so he knows where the exit is gonna be. But I'm not sure if I would call this unlucky. I would personally have gone through that, because this isn't super uncommon. Because the way the exit room is orientated, like you're never entering it from here, and it's very, very rarely that far behind. Like he was expecting this to connect. I mean, no, going from, like, he was already here. He came from here. That is the same direction as this, like the same distance. The distance is the same. I would have turned already at this point. So I think, I don't know, he commits too far after this. But he went to double check if it loops around, but because in some layouts it does loop around, but this is always connected through this side as well. So in this layout, it's always connected through this. So that's why I usually go through them. Like I prefer to go through this section than this section, because usually it's pretty close. Like sometimes it's a bit further away when this could have done this, but the fact that you saw I mean, assuming he saw it, You didn't even need to enter this last room that he went in.
Fresh meat.
4 hours watching a 1 hour race must be a carve stream feels good man.
Hey, Michi there. But yeah, it was. I would say it's a bit unlucky for sure. Now, I believe everyone did this the same way, and everyone did this the correct way. I'm not sure how many of these guys actually know the tell for upper prison, but you have to go check this. You absolutely. I can show you a layout where this connects with the same. So there's a few tells. There's a few tells in upper prison. I'll just open you an upper prison because it's easier for me to show. I'll show you a layout. Let's get that in. Go full screen so you can see. Let me find you one of these. So there's like 8, 9 something. Wait, there's loop. There's loop. There's like 8 or 9 different layouts in upper prison. And there's one particular way you read them. So the first thing you do when you enter upper prison is if you see something like literally behind this, that's a big tell that there's going to be something here or here. The next step is to check if there's something below this diagonal line. If there's nothing below this diagonal line, like they had on their layout, it can either go up from here or up from here. So actually now I can take the pen, I think. I'm gonna show you what I mean. So all of the upper prison layouts go within inside like a diamond like this. So if in this layout, for example, well, we start from here. So we are located in this section of the tree. Or the diamond. So there can be something here behind. Like behind this line. And in this case, this room here would be the tell that it's literally down. But I want to find the actual layout, what I was talking about, that it could be. So there it's not this layout because there's something below this diagonal line, right? Like they had layout that went up. But I'll find you one of... Okay, so here, it could have been this layout. Obviously, this specific room is a bit different, but the room that they had could have connected and gone into a layout like this. So if you went a bit into the room... Oh yeah, it's fucking pen. Why does the pen not make it work? It's annoying. So in here, where he is right now, he doesn't yet know if this connects or not. So if he had turned back and actually went down all the way to the bottom from the left, and that's been a dead end, he just run this same section 3 times. So up once, then back, and then again. So you have to do the commitment to actually check if it connects. Because if it connects, you just saved yourself a lot of time. So this is like a consistency sake. Like you can't tell at this point yet what it's gonna be. So he had to check it, and now there's 2 options. It's either the loop to the top that they have, or loop to the down, which he doesn't need to know the answer to that yet. He will just notice it once he gets there. So as you can see, like from the layout, like his map, there is not like there's a diagonal line here. There's nothing below that line. That tells that we are at the bottom right side of the diamond, and the exit has to be on the other side. Oh, thanks for the sub, dude. So from here, I'm pretty sure he knows exactly where the exit is gonna be. But yeah, you don't see Havoc and tie23he right now, but they both check the first top room, just like tie did. But here's where that was a slight misplay, but it's really hard to know immediately of that room type that it doesn't open, and it's like really bad. Like it just happens. I don't remember where others went with their skill trees. Like, did they take that first, or did they immediately start going there? But getting the damage is... I think getting the damage is super important in Act 1, especially for Merville. So, there was a bit of a mistake that everyone except tie23he made here. Everyone went here. I can go back a bit and tell when he can tell it's not that. At this point, at the latest, you know it's a dead end. This doesn't connect. This type of room doesn't connect. So you have to come back. You have to do the long ass loop. So now you see he runs all the way in. I think at this point he's already like, well, fuck, this is probably gonna be a dead end, but let's just double check in just in case. There are few layouts where you have this kind of room that actually connects, but in this particular layout where it does the loop like that, it doesn't. Also, let me go back to the full screen quick just to show you when tie23he did it. So look up here.
Fresh meat.
And there he turns around. It's the type of room that he realized that it's just not gonna connect. But yeah, at this point, tie23he knows what to do. Like, he knows the layout. It's just getting there. Good student. I mean, he did some mistakes, especially later on with layouts. But I think he was super tilted at that point. Yep, get some XP. I think he like literally. I think tie23he like literally levels so much more than anyone else. Like, he's actually like taking his time killing shit, which is super weird to see. But yeah, Havoc hit level 10. I mean, this is a long layout, so you get a lot of XP in this layout, like by default, because it's such a long one. But yeah, tie would have actually had a sub 1 hour run if it wasn't for insanely long layouts. Like, this layout is like 30 seconds longer than the fastest one, or something like that. It's like, it's crazy, even if you do it perfectly. Yeah, there he also hits level 10. I don't think they would have hit 10 if it wasn't for this specific like long layout. In upper prison, usually you're like 9.5 or something like that. I think his execution of the Brutus fight was like perfect. Some people start the fight immediately, and some people yeah, he hit 10 in the first race too, but I'm not sure if he does it on purpose. You don't get level up on your gems from that, I don't think. I don't remember if they do that. Wait, Waggle, why are you not logged into your main account? Yeah, so I know at least tie23he, he specs he setups the mines here. Takes a step, and then usually Brutus takes a few steps straight into the mines. But I guess Ty has realized that it doesn't happen all the time. So he just ignores it. Also, why am I on here again? Let's go back here. So he just like literally starts to fight immediately. Gets through it, makes sure to be close enough to Brutus so that Frostblink actually chills him. On both times, he wants to make the chill there. Picks up a bunch of shit. Does the same. Travel, click. Goes for the added lightning. Sells his stuff. He's going for a transmute. He has one transmute already. So he goes for a second one. Well, wants to go for a second one. He's still missing 6 shards. And then buys a smoke mine. Buys flame. Not doesn't like buy it. Gets it. He does the same way. The map opening trick here. So he clicks to the waypoint. Then he opens the minimap. Moves his cursor to the next waypoint, which is Prisoner's Gate. Like closes minimap before he hits the waypoint, and then when the waypoint opens, he just clicks. Now, in Prisoner's Gate has a bunch of different layouts, and you can. Every single Prisoner's Gate layout is actually readable, which is pretty unbelievable, given how many things there are and how small difference there is in few places. But so the first thing is if you look at the orientation of the staircase when he comes there. So you saw the staircase was like here, like behind here, like it's from here. Like you're basically coming from the bottom left corner, like you come from here and up. That would be like the staircase orientation. There's a setup where you it's the top left, and there's a setup where it's in the bottom right. Depending where that is, tells you a lot of the layout. So the first thing you do with this is you literally just go right to see if there's a wall here. If there's a wall here blocking your path, then you have to go up. But I would call this is the easy layout, because you get that immediately. At this point, I can already tell how this ends. But he heard a Sapphire ring, so he went for that. He got boots for another MS. He still has an MS, right? But yeah, the way of the orientation of the layout and the fact that you had the first passage immediately is to tell, like, do not go down here. You know, when there's like always 2 different ways you can go in the second part of Prisoner's Gate. The parts are divided by the passageway, right? So he's just getting some XP. I don't remember if he hits level 12 in Act 2 or in Act 1 or very early Act 2. Another transmute. Oh, he misclicks it. Oh, that's a 2 seconds loss right there, boys. Okay, so to tell, in every time when you get into Ship Graveyard, the first thing is you go up. That tells you, like, well, you see the water here immediately, so that's a tell of your orientation. So there's 2 different ways places you can be. Like where the exit can be. The exit can be either down, or it can be to the left. And this wall here, like how this wall here goes, is to tell like when it actually ends, like how it ends, and the waypoint, of course. and he like double confirmed his like, you know, locate like the layout by seeing where the Fairgraves is. You don't have to check it, but by checking the Fairgraves is like to the left of the waypoint this close, tells how it ends. So the but I'm not sure if he goes for XP here. Like I'm not 100% sure if you actually misread this. Because there's a rock here. So I think he might have confused this to be like the actual wall of the area, and then think that it's gonna be there. But this is just like a random rock that you go around, which he will like notice there in a bit. So I'm not 100% sure if he did this on purpose for XP or he just misread it. It kind of feels like he went for an XP a bit, but it would have been faster to go through there. So, I mean, it's not a big deal, but yeah. I think the only person to read this correctly was tie23he, if I remember correct. I mean, I can kind of check it, but so in Cavern of Wrath, you actually don't go, for the sake of consistency, you don't go from the top. Majority, I don't know if he does this on purpose to make sure that he knows that where the exit is gonna be, or if he goes for XP, but on average you get to the exit faster by going from the bottom side. So I would personally call this a misread. It looked like he went up, assuming that it's gonna go up long way. So we're talking about, that's like probably a few seconds. But at this point he like, I can't of course tell if he knows, but yeah, I'll show you how tie23he is doing this layout right now. Just for the sake of showing how that specific layout should be done. So let's pay attention here. So you go from the bottom side. Maybe it's a risky play, or no. So you go from the bottom side because vast majority of the time the exit is like faster to go from here, and there's a smaller dead end here when it's not the bottom exit. If it's not a bottom exit, this is usually like just dead end like this, but there's nothing below it. So the fact that there's, like, you see there's stuff behind this is a big tell. So look how he does it. It's an easy flame down skip. He's kind of scouting. He's scouting if this exit is going, if it keeps going down here. He's still kind of looking for that. But the fact that the layout didn't like let him go in a straight line, like a straight diagonal line from here to down, right? At this point he's like, okay, so it has to go up because like it's forcing him to go right instead of like down. And then it's from here, it's just like, I have to say, I love the fact that tie23he is playing with a fully zoomed out minimap though. Unlike tie23he, you get more information about it. But yeah, there's like slight misplays from tie23he. Like if you can see, like look, like he probably lost 10 to 15 seconds in Cavern of Wrath to tie23he. Oh yeah, Waggle, why do you... Why do you have zoomed out, I guess? I sorry, zoomed in. Oh, you're talking about the Hillock fight. it's really rare to get that placement, but yeah, there's a really feels bad man spot. Yeah, it was the angle. Never felt the need to zoom it out. That's interesting because you get so much information by seeing the minimap more. Okay, how does this anger? I don't even remember where the anger goes. But the first thing you do in anger is you go up. Vast majority of time the right way is to go up. So by consistency rule you go up first to see if it's there. Because there isn't an instant tell. Like you can't tell at this point. I'm looking at high screen, you can't tell where it is yet. So you go up. So he does this correctly. So you're checking if this like kinda like loops behind, not like here, but it like does like goes here. The only information you get is stuff you already saw before. No, it also shows, it can potentially show you stuff that you might not see. But yeah, I mean, obviously it helps you remember all of the stuff that you had. But yeah, so he's still doing it correctly. He's going up. At this point, this doesn't keep going up here anymore. So it's that like ruled out two layouts. I'm not gonna go into details of all of the layouts, obviously, but I'm just like how I'm reading it. And he actually doesn't get debated by the corrupted zone. Because like that's top left now is corrupted zone, but he doesn't go there because the fact that there's nothing behind this wall here, there's nothing here. Like I don't obviously know if he knows it properly, or if this is going on a like a, you know, on a feeling based. But the fact that there's nothing here, like it doesn't allow you to go here. This is not gonna make like a grand loop here, and it's not gonna go like crazy there. So he doesn't get debated by the corrupted zone. He tried to skip. Did you see that? He tried to flame dash there. I'm pretty sure you can actually flame dash that, but it's like pixel perfect or something. I don't remember how good his fight was because I was just looking at Havoc completely destroy Merboil with his crafted weapon. So Ty hasn't actually crafted anything at this point yet. He had a good start, obviously. I'm not sure. Wait, is he still on the 2 links? I don't actually remember. Yeah. Does he get Arcane Church before the start? Oh, yeah. Okay, so he did get the Arcane Church. He flame dashed first. He has Arcane Church on there. So he flame dashed in hopes of getting the Arcane Church, but it didn't proc on the first. But he had enough time to get it on the second. White ring graft. I think the white ring graft is fine. It makes you like, it saves you like 10 seconds something in Merboil. It looks actually insane. But yeah, Havoc got an alteration. Like he absolutely destroyed. He got what? Is that his movement speed boots? Wait, did he get movement speed already? I don't think he has movement speed at this point yet. Yeah, I don't think you can pressure Ty. So I want to go back a bit. Did he hit level? Yeah, okay, so Ty actually hit level 12 here. Which is like half a level more than I usually would be. Also, I just realized Ty and Waggle have in-game clock, so I can take a look at the time from here. So it's like what? We are at like 14-minute mark right now. So Ty is just IDing stuff because he needs alterations. We found 2 transmutes. I wish I had been taking like actual written notes about this. Is that movement speed boots he has right now? I don't think it is movement speed yet. put the gem there in preparation for when he gets the dexterity. So one thing Ty didn't do that others usually do is others buy a Jade Amulet, but I don't think it's really needed because the only thing you need the Jade Amulet for is for Smoke Mine, and Smoke Mine isn't super important. It's nice, but it's not like a must. He could have actually bought it as well. No, he could have bought it. Like, he actually could have bought the Jade earlier, but he just didn't do it. If I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's moon speed now. Okay, so... Oh, man. Not only did he get movement speed, he get the dexterity from the boots. Yeah, okay, it might have been one. But even then, you don't need life resistance, movement speed, and dexterity. And I mean the evasion doesn't hurt either. Nor the ES. ES is 50% chance to avoid it being stunned. But at for reference, tie23he got movement speed like literally at the start. I don't know. I don't remember Havoc. I haven't looked at his run, but okay. I know Havoc got an alteration. I don't know if he got it through vendoring or if he got it through a drop. But yeah, those boots are... Yeah, those boots are good. They're good. He still doesn't have a blue-blue-green, but he has a base that he can try to color for blue-blue-green. So this one base here has enough int that he could go YOLO with the crumbs. But I'm pretty I don't remember if he does it. I would probably go YOLO with 3 crumbs on that base. That's like the level 6 one. No, tie23he didn't get MS on the first run. Ty got MS on the first run that was, you know, cancelled because of the minimap shit. And remember when at the start I talked about the you know, you put move only somewhere. Here you can see why. So you have the boots. He takes the boots. He doesn't put the boots in immediately. Also, this is a misread. This Ty just did a misread on old fields. That's not how you read this layout. But I could show you, but I feel like we're gonna waste too much time if I go into too specifics of the layout. But when you come out of the old fields, it's bad because I don't see the minimap properly from here. But you're supposed to go up a bit to see what kind of wall you have there. Because I'm pretty sure there's a wall here. But like he checks if it's at the start, but you don't need to check if it's at the start. Because sometimes it's much further behind there, and he would have actually missed it on this. He wouldn't have seen if it was there on the one of the layouts. But yeah, he completely doesn't check the wall. Like, you're supposed to go a bit... I mean, I know the layout's probably better than he does, but he's the god at the game. Like, you can go ask Ty why his Act 1 has gotten better. I did like a full week of Act 1 layouts, and he looked at all of it. Like, he was like literally watching me do the stuff. But yeah, so you see then you leave a TP there, you come later. And like the way I I don't know how well Ty knew how to do the research on layouts. But I remember him talking, like saying, like he said that like I was talking like how like when I was doing it, I was talking how I'm doing it. So that definitely helped him. Like, he has done like research on other layouts by himself. Was the Calm Stronghold skip first in live yesterday? I have a video of that skip from like over a year ago. But people don't generally do it because you needed Lightning Warp or Blink for it. But ever since Smoke Mine, you could do it. Yeah. Yes, I was so fucking broken when I about the the minimap stuff. But yeah, you leave a TP, then you come back to it. I think he's like 12.5 right now. He hasn't actually. Yes, okay, so he's half 12.5. That was, I would argue that was a slight misplay, but on just like mechanically, like he didn't get, he flame dashed to it instead of just leaving, like walking, because he had Smoke Mine run speed buff and he had Onslaught, and he could also use Quicksilver, so he could have done the open a minimap and then click it. But instead he spent an extra second there finding the button to go back to town. I'm actually a bit surprised he didn't click the gem cutter. That's a lot of monsters. I wonder if it was just to be sure that he doesn't die. That could have been a lot of XP. I'm sure Oldfields is a low level zone. Yeah, that read is correct. The only time when you don't go to like your right off the start is if the orientation is different. So if instead of like the start being like this, if the start was like from here down here, then you check this side first. Goes for the Stormbox for some XP. Yeah. Perfect read. Not much to say about that. Pick up some stuff and go. I'm still wondering why he actually didn't. I mean, I guess he just haven't had a flask drop. But I would assume that if he had a flask, like an upgrade flask to drop, he would just click it like as white, and so that it would just like automatically go there. That's what I'm assuming he's doing. There are times when you can refresh. For the consistency's sake, I would go from the top side of the thins, but it doesn't really matter in the end because you always wanna, unless you are like grossly over leveled, like let's say that you're almost level 14 at this point, you usually want to do the blue back. And he's not really looting anymore. I think he basically has most of the stuff, but yeah, go get the blue mob XP. No, wait, he still doesn't have the... He recolored the boots, so he could get one of the supports out of the gloves, because he wanted the green blue for the mine. For him, if I remember correct. But yeah, you go for the blue back and then lost the dexterity. Yeah. The same, always go down first for the sake of consistency. Read's fine. Those load times. I mean, they all, yeah, that's, yep. And now that you saw the trial up there, there's two different ways it can end. It can go here, or it can go here. I think the Texas round there is just like they're playing on LAN, right? I don't know why it says Texas. It's just displayed there. Yeah, they had a LAN server. Yeah, like we're talking about the when he opens a minimap, it says again he does the same. Like I think a lot of people try to do the vendor stuff in Act 1, but then they just like completely like seem to forget it in Act 2. But Hai is doing a really good job with the click the vendor and then before click into the next position already, so that he saves time. Like he does it again here. So clicks to the Ghost for the gem rewards and he's already moving to the other side. There. Character is already moving when he got the window. Take your Herald of Thunder. Yeah. This is one of the layouts where if you don't want XP, you can actually get a lot of skip, like a really long skip, depending on how fast you get the waypoint. But, well, we didn't have the short layout, like the layout where if the waypoint is like literally in the first section, like before any of the... yeah, obviously you can't do it in this race because it's fixed seed. But in general, when there is no fixed seed, then you can do it. I think he's like level, what, 14.5 now, I think. Probably, yeah, he kills the blue pack. That's some sweet XP. Does he... He has a evasion ES hybrid helm with 3 greens. I mean, I guess we're gonna see if he's gonna try the... No, wait, no. He dropped a green blue helm. And an Alk. So the waypoint tells where Weaver and Alira is. There's a tiny bit extra to that, but if the waypoint is on the right side of the road, then Weaver's is always on the other side from the waypoint. Muted? No, you're muted. Whetstone. Man, he has no issues with IDs. He has found... I remember him seeing 2 whetstones drop. And man, that is some fast fucking clicks. A lot of people with fast loading screens can't do that. So I mean, obviously he did it before, but he as every time he can, he's putting the skill points before loading into a new zone. He clicks to the next like instance and then puts the skill points while doing while the character is moving there. Yeah, he went he does I think he was the only one to do this actually, going for overload for Weaver. And he has a 3-link mine as well for some deeps. That's added lightning, right? I can't really see it properly. Can you open your inventory, sir? I want to see your gear. Oh yeah, and the read here is just fine. Doing it just fine. He has skipped 2 rare strong boxes, which is a bit weird. I guess he's fine on XP, so he doesn't need to take a risk. Yeah, he doesn't have a weapon. He doesn't have weapons yet. He just wants you to open your inventory quick. But he still doesn't kill the Weaver. Like, not even close. I guess if he had a crafted weapon with EO, that would have actually happened. But then again, you can't even guarantee getting EO for the kill unless you get it from the mobs before the room. Like, how many traps did you like? He puts 10. You put 10 not traps, mines. So you go, and then you just... It looks like he's using minefield. No, he's not. I don't think he doesn't even try to one-shot it, but that's fifth assembly he's using, yeah. Yes, fifth and added lightning. So it's here on the helm. No, from the clubs. No, sorry, on the helm. Of course, on the helm. Yeah. It's weird because I think everyone else uses the blue green on other stuff. But he didn't. I think he could have actually killed it, but I think he tried to rush it because of the Arcane Church. No, yeah, he has Arcane Church here, so I think he tried to rush it because he had both EO and Arcane Church. So it looks like he tried to rush it like crazy. So what? Yeah, he wants to go for the EO proc on it. So man, that's some timing. Too bad he doesn't have. Oh wait, no. He had lesser poison earlier. I'm actually gonna go back. I wanna see where he puts the lesser poison because he took lesser poison earlier. I'm not sure where he put it. Does he have already here? I don't think he. No, he's still there. I'm pretty sure he just didn't get the lesser poison in for some reason. It's on something, I think. Yeah, it is. It's not. Yeah, it's fifth assembly and lesser poison on the mines. Yeah. Yep. And then he has the added lightning on. I don't think he has it on anywhere right now. Oh yeah, there you go. So once he got the blue green. Yeah, he got the blue green and he put the added lightning on slot. Yeah. That's also. That's when he swapped out of Frost Bomb. I'm not sure if he delayed swapping out of Frost Bomb on purpose because he didn't have the tree link. I think that's probably why he kept using Frost Bomb for so late. Because he didn't have the blue green. Yeah, you need it. It was actually a bit weird because he had the crumbs and he had the wand he could have tried, but I guess because the wand is already locked in for later on using Lightning Spire, he didn't want to sacrifice it. Yeah, I don't remember where he put it in. But like that's a place where you can have your spire. It's actually probably gonna be conductivity with Flame Dance and Arcane Surge. Did he get another fucking movement speed boot? Oh fuck. Yeah, it's conductivity goes for the last spot. So yeah, you got the early focus. And then I think he I don't know if he bought Skitterbot at this point. But yeah, you take early focus. Man, he was so close to 16 as well. Yeah, that's early focus, right? Am I blind? It's really hard to see because it's not full screen on me. I think that's early focus, right? Yeah. No, he has skitter bots for bosses. And then... Why the fuck did he talk to Helena? I don't know. Do you need to talk to her to get the hideout? Do you actually need to do that? I don't think... Either way. So, again, he does the movement when talking to vendor. He buys his skitter bots here, I believe. Yep, there's the skitter bots. Does he buy anything else? Nope, doesn't have any currency. I don't know if he would have bought it something. Oh, so not movement speed bots. Sell everything. Oh, there's a what? Dude, he got an augment. I don't think he ever even used his hideout. What's super weird to me is he... Oh yeah, for crafting layer, but like he goes for MOM. He doesn't go for the Herald and Skitter bots early. One thing I'm super like I'm not sure is the pathing of Act 2. I think the pathing that tie23he does, which is after Weaver going kill Oak and then, or like you don't even have to kill Oak. You can just go straight into, especially on this layout. You can go like to Wall Ruins as long as you're like literally like if you're 16, I think going Wall Ruins to Caverns and then from there insta-gipping all of the bandits is fine too. But he goes for movement speed from Kraytun. So from that point of view, the faster you do it, the better, because tie23he helps Alira. Yeah. He helped Alira for consistency sake and survivability. But yeah, I think if you help Kraytun, then you do it. No, his XP has nothing to do with his bandit choice. That's completely unrelated. But yeah, I think the way tie23he is doing it is the best way to do it. Yeah, tie23he completely like it. I don't know. It looks like he forgot to get XP in Act 2. I'm not sure if the movement speed is better than the passives. If you want damage, passives are better. But if you want for the pure speed, Kraytun is definitely the choice. But if your damage is already good enough, I mean, you can get EO and Dark Arts even without the skill points. I mean, it helps a lot on all of the bandits and all of the bosses to have EO immediately. Like he actually tie23he went for EO first, and then he goes for Dark Arts later. I had 2 links the whole time. I mean, no, he's on 3 links now. He has double 3 links at this point. But tie23he misplayed his XP, but I'm pretty sure it's mainly misplay. But we need to take a look at this like backsize a bit as well. Yeah, tie23he's run was tie23he's run was over before Weaver was killed. He was like almost 2 levels behind XP at Weaver. Like he hit level 14 at Weaver. tie23he was just about 16 at Weaver. I think tie23he was the only one who read this layout. I mean, well, no, his layout, I mean, no, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, the waypoint is down. You can actually tell it. It's very, very weird to tell on it, and I can't really explain it, but yeah. But it doesn't really matter, because you have to travel up and down regardless. I didn't have tree link. No, tie is literally using double tree links right now. He has a blue-green for Stormbrand, and he has blue-green level 15. Oh, I see. Yeah. It doesn't matter in Act 1. Act 1 doesn't matter. In fact, tie23he has had better links than tie in Act 1. He actually had a green-blue wand that he could, I think, that he could have used for Stormblast Mine. If I remember correct. We're gonna check it in a bit, so it's fine. I need to take a quick piss stop. Year B. Man, I think the early EO is probably actually the best call. He kills all bosses so fast. Like everything just like dies. Yeah, tie23he's run was dead before he entered Weavers. It was already over at that point. I would really like to have a talk with tie about the bandit versus the skill point. I guess if you don't like, you do get dark arts 2 levels earlier. Than taking the movement speed from here. Like you have to like calculate how much time difference it is. Actually, bad. tie had worse links than tie23he did. tie23he actually had a 3 link for Stormblast Mine in Act 1 already. So his single target could have been much better. So, but later on, like he at the time when links started to matter too much, the run was over. But we're gonna talk about that later. I think we're gonna go through tie23he's Act 1 to like Act 2 end, and that's like past that the run is like completely busted, so there isn't too much to talk about that after anymore. But we're gonna check the tie run first. Help for some movement speed. Oh, thanks, Specs. I want to see if he does read perfectly here. If I remember correctly, he had a slight misrate here, like few seconds. So far, it's good. So obviously there was no option to go down. That tells that it's gonna be it's too complicated. It would take me too long to look. Also, I think I'm not sure what's going on, but every single layout that could spawn with the corrupted zone seemed to spawn with the corrupted zone. And I feel like this is not like a new thing either. I feel like in the past when we had pixie traces, they all spawned with corrupted zones, and it's so baffling, like what's going on, because corrupted zone spawn is like 10% or something like that. But like gladly, most of the time, corrupted zone doesn't actually change the layout to unrecognizable. But yeah, like there's few areas where it can kind of fuck you up a bit, but yeah. So far so good. So when you when you realize that this is like loop, like it's gonna do like this kind of move, you can tell it by the distance that you move from the start to when you are forced to turn up. That tells you if you need to keep going up further or if you like start hugging the turn immediately. And here, this well, obviously it's not a big of a deal, but you're not going towards the start. So he goes down when he hadn't, like, there's a door here. So the general pathing is you have to go away from the start, not towards it. And he definitely didn't go there for XP. So at the time when you see here in the minimap, the time when you saw, you didn't see this here. When there's no connection here, you knew you'd have to turn back. But the misplay here was the distance he moved before turning the middle. So if it's been pretty hard to see because the cam is on the way, but the distance from the start, like when you have the corner here, to this corner here when you're forced to go up, this is so short, and that's to tell that you have to go past like the first like turn back past it and then do the turn. I'm not sure if the corrupted zone threw him off. I think tie23he does the same mistake, and I'm pretty sure everyone, I think all of them. I don't know. I didn't get to pay too much attention to Waggle. And past like Act 3 I was mainly looking at Havok and tie in the actual race. But yeah, after that he knows what to do. I think I avoided it and yeah, the question is, did you avoid it because you knew exactly what to do, or was it just like a feels based? Because like in order for, if you look at this, in order for this to actually, because it goes to the same, like if you were to draw like a line here from the level, like the level up sign here to the start, in the short layout it will always, the path would always keep going all the way to the same like distance as this is, but the turn was so early that there's no way this can continue because it's like intersects, like it gets blocked by the actual starting tiles. But in the layout that keeps going much further here, there's much more distance to come back. It's weird to explain, but everyone does the misread on Northern Forest, which is a bit crazy. Oh no, yeah, everyone does it. Yep. Man, that one here is, oof. Honestly, I would have probably done the same. Corrupted zones are so rare, and you would have to learn all layouts with corrupted zones for this race. And this is like one of the areas when it actually makes you do like this like semi U-turn, which is like and I'm pretty sure everyone else except tie misread this. They just actually went up. But yeah, they changed. It's been a while now since they did the change, but you can tell that it's not gonna be here based on the distance and the orientation of the layout. Like the distance between the start and the waypoint and the orientation of the layout. I don't think it's a bug. I have had that too. I don't know. I don't. It's weird. You'd have to ask the dev spot. I don't know this. Is the layout plus wall zone? No. The wall zone doesn't create a new layout. Usually, just it adds a one small section to a layout, and doesn't change like the skeleton of the layout. This is one of the few layouts where, like, normally this layout wouldn't make you do like all the way, like this is like a U-turn now. It would just make you go here, like here, and then up. Oh, it's not the angle of the projectile, but the how you shoot it to the wall. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's super weird. That's why it's super important if you use the left side wall that you used to like shoot like almost literally up. It's weird. But yeah, Ty had a perfect read here. The corrupted zone threw him off a bit, but I'm glad he realized the waypoint. It's like Ty isn't doing any kind of risks. He hasn't clicked any of like strong boxes that weren't identified, like white. By the way, this is the one layout that I haven't fully cracked. It's actually every time I think about this layout, well, the second section of this layout, I just get every disease there is known to mankind. Yeah. Like Ty is like 19 and it's, yeah, he's 19 and something right now. I got MS, I think after Fidelitas, I believe. He got an alteration there. He's still going with white ones, by the way. He hasn't still crafted ones. In Ancient Pyramid though, after you get the first like, you know, the first one can be like kind of like can be anywhere. There's a tiny bit of cues to that I haven't like explored too much because it's a pretty small area. It doesn't make a huge difference. But after that, it's always on the opposite side. So you have like a diamond. So at the moment we are at the bottom of the diamond. Then there's like the left side, right side, and the top. So it's always on the other side. But in the first one, you can't tell very easily. Why there's 4 flasks? My theory is that he's either there's two. He's flexing / he's just like you don't need more than 1 mana and 1 life. So it might just have an open there in case when he gets an upgrade, it automatically goes there. So it saves you time from not like opening your inventory and swapping flasks. Somebody on Reddit was talking about how it makes your flasks get more charges. But that's only that doesn't have anything to do with killing normal monsters. That is a mechanic, but not from getting flask charges from killing monsters. Yeah, it's that mechanic where the less flasks you have, the more you will get. Well, no, it's not even necessarily that. But if you're like something like your flask charge gain, like you gain a charge on crit, those have a cooldown, and that's then shared. So if you then have one less flask, you can get more charges on your other flask because based on the cooldown. But it doesn't do anything for getting flask charges from killing monsters. But yeah, here it's literally just like he's going down because he's past the first zone. And now he's gonna go up because he's at the bottom again. Wait, he's like 20.5 right now. Yeah. Dude, he's getting so much XP. I guess that's also for preparation, because in Act 3 he starts to really speed up. He used the essence on the ring in preparation to make a level 22. I think it's level 22, right? Level 22 requirement, like flat lightning damage to spells craft. He's still using white ones. Oh, it's 20. Yeah, sorry, 20. It's like 88, 14, and 20. Yeah. So he's gonna. I don't remember if he does hit them right after wall. Oh no, this is me cropping. I've literally cropped the window from this. Like, I don't see the full screen. Like, I'm still watching the one corner, which I'm also getting a bit distracted by the others every now and then. No, the only thing that matters is it's the rarity of the topaz or the ring. It can be sapphire as well, obviously, and a ruby if you want flat fire, but you take flat lightning for a variety of reasons. But yeah, it's just, it gives the most damage, like most average damage. He procs EO at the start. He was a bit unlucky with the EO proc here. If you paid attention to his buff, the moment EO procs, the wall disappears. There he goes, and again, he's still doing it, dude. He's actually still doing it. Like, at this point in a run, I would be so like focused on everything else. But he still saves like the few, like a second or so every time in town. Like, look at this. Talks to Kreust. He already has moved towards the waypoint. Does his vendoring. Yeah, he doesn't click the waypoint. He clicks the character to move like in the different direction. He doesn't actually click the waypoint. No. He's still doing it very consistently, which is fucking crazy to me. I can do this maybe on the first 2 vendors in Act 1, and after that, I just like, I don't even remember that thing exists. Like, selling stuff because he wants an alteration. He needs the second alteration to make the second wand. But I don't think he has. Oh, he has an alchemy, and he hasn't. He took a split arrow, I think, at the start on the Cyan run. So that when but if he doesn't find another topaz ring, he uses the iron. Like, if he finds an iron ring, he uses the iron ring with the split arrow, because it's a green gem, to make another topaz. And I think he's probably gonna use an alch on it, but he uses the spectral throw, obviously, because he didn't need to use it, because I think he found a topaz ring, so he didn't need to use the other one. But that's just like a, an extra safe measure. His flame like smoke mine flame dash combo is pretty smooth as well. Interesting that he doesn't go for an extra pack while waiting like this, because you can actually go like here, or if you run past all of the mobs on your way here, you can go back and kill them and just skip the animation. But the animation isn't long, and he happened to have mobs here anyway, so I guess it's not a big deal. But yeah, Havok and Ty are like literally neck and neck right now. Hell, next with the host, Tuna. Unlike a lot of other people's, he didn't even check where the location of the sewers. I feel like I do this mistake myself, even though I don't need to do it. But a lot of people just actually go and check the where the the entrance to sewers is. But it's kind of bad to do that because if you don't remake the instant, which you wouldn't normally do, you're losing on monsters that you can kill on the way there later on. So he just like goes away from the sewers entrance. I think he read this as good as you can read it. Like he literally went to the right place immediately. Okay, this hit right here, I would call this a very slight misread. So when you come here, so he turned up immediately. I suspect that he checked if there's something here, and the fact that there was something here was the cue for him to go up. I mean, that is the cue to go up, but he didn't check if there's a room here. Usually the room is like literally in this corner, so you can see it. But there's been a case, at least in one layout I have had, where the room, you can't see the room unless you actually come down to like this spot here, this corner here. So I think he did a very slight misplay, but I mean, for the sake of consistency, taking the extra steps here is, we're talking about less than a second, because you can literally when you come here, you can literally take a like throw the mine here and you're at the spot. So yeah. But yeah, from here on now, at this point, Havok did a misplay to go well, Havok went a bit there, but after that, like Havok just misread this. I'm not sure if Havok knows the layout, but if you can go up, if you can do this kind of loop, you do it. And the fact that you have the trial is literally right next to here, that tells that the exit is gonna be top right. There's a variant where you get like the same kind of start, but the trial is further up a bit to the right, then the exit is to the left. And I think at this point, I don't know how tilted tie23he already was, but he did a massive like a misread here, and he went left. But yeah, he sees the trial, and then it's literally just like smooth sailing up here from like here. There's like 8 different layouts of this area, by the way. And you need to like, there's multiple areas that have like 10-ish different layouts. And if you don't actually like memorize them, there's a chance that you can do some big ass mistake. See, there's the one craft. It's really crazy to see him not do the crafts earlier. He just goes for, I think he went like straight up to 2 double crafts, I think he did double craft. He took both of the ones off. Yep. And wait, were they both rare? That's rare. Yeah, so double rare craft. And from here on, his damage is absolutely nuts. Yeah. It's really nice because you can use the time to run now. Because usually, if you do the crafts earlier, it takes a lot of time to put everything back on. Because you want to be able to kill monsters. You need XP. Like, you actually still need XP at this point. A lot of it, in fact. So, and you need the wands to do damage, and you need the links and everything, right? But I really like the fact that now that we no longer have the +1 crafts, right? So you don't need to have your main links in your weapons. Like, he actually has his links on his gloves and helm, so he doesn't necessarily need the wands for links, which is really nice. So he doesn't have to worry about that as much at like this stage. And then he bought another sapphire ring. I think it was a sapphire. Oh yeah, no, sorry, ruby. Yeah, ruby for Piety. He already has a sapphire. Yeah, again, look how he's doing the. Look how he does this, dude. Just. His mouse is already at the stairs right now. Like I can do this if I pay a lot of attention to what I'm doing. But he's like juggling so many different things at the same time. He took all of his stuff out before getting to the vendor and then prepared the click properly. Like, it just it's just and I remember when I talked about the not going for the sewer at the start, he got to get some XP there now. Like, he actually has like no downtime, which is absolutely not like nutty. Definitely knows his layouts because a lot of people keep checking this in case you have the room here. But you can tell it based on the first. Yeah, you can do the skip, but it doesn't really matter from this side. It's not a big deal. I think he's EO at MOM at the moment. If I remember correctly. He's MOM and he's putting on 4 bosses. No, he's not MOM yet. So I actually think it's a misplay to not have them on currently, but the thing is, he doesn't need the damage, but he would get extra kills from Herald of Thunder. I think this is just flexing that he doesn't need damage because of the rare crafts. Like, yeah, I think there's 2 options. He either forgot to put it on, because I think it was on his one, yeah. It was on the second one. He had the Skitter bot and the Herald of Thunder in the 2-link wand. And yeah. I think he doesn't need it, right? His damage is crazy. I think he overuses the trap. Sorry, the mine though. But like somebody mentioned that he took MOM, but I don't even know if he took. Like I actually don't remember. I don't think you need it regardless, but I'm not sure if he took it. Perfect read, by the way. And here, all of the over like the X like getting the extra XP in Act 2 is paying off because he's close enough so that he can go to docks immediately. That saves you a loading screen. So you go to docks, you get the item, then you go to Solaris, and from there you can go back to sewers. What a lot of people do because they're underleveled here is they go Solaris first, then they go back to docks, and then they have to go to Solaris again. So you actually save loading screens. So I think that's probably something to do with why he gets so much XP. Like, that's just like an extra, thing. It saves you some loading time. And always kill this back. Often you have blue back there. Or like blue back in that bridge. Or like big enough back though. Yeah, the YouTube video is bad because it doesn't show me the XP. I have literally just cropped from this for you for your full screen for you. Like I don't see the full screen. And yeah, he's just getting XP. He's getting mad XP from here. He's just prepping for going ham. But yeah, you need to be like really close to 24 in order to come to docks. Otherwise, you're wasting a lot of XP. Why can't you see full? Because I'm just literally just cropped it for you in OBS. It's not cropped for myself. I'm just looking at the actual video. But yeah, just getting all the juicy XP. I think he got the item like ages ago. He's just going for the XP. Oh no, wait, he didn't get the docks item yet, but you want the XP here. Like he like literally checked he took every XP he could. So I think even if you do get it on the first one, you still want to get XP. Like he hit 25. I think it was 25 that he just hit before, like at the docks. Yeah, there you go, level 25. He got almost 1.5 levels in docks, and then he goes to craft. Again, if the settle moments on the vendors, he gets the conductivity and the skill point at the same time, obviously. Save time, and then yeah. That is the second vendor is so far away from the waypoint that it's faster to just do the hideout. Wait, you can't even use it before doction. There's like no use for it before Piety anyways, so yeah. Dude, the NN is fucking crazy. I didn't know the runners. Mind blown. There's not too much to talk about Solaris level 2 and 1. There's one skip in level 2, but it's not on this layout. I mean, it's also faster to type than move or the other things. He didn't have the copy paste for it though. I think that you have the copy paste for / hideout and not for the movement speed stuff. Yep. Much better. Oh, misclick the see, like he actually didn't have a Jade until now. Like literally didn't give a fuck. Yeah, he manually just types NN. So he can use the / hideout. I mean, I would probably have the control like on clipboard if I didn't have a macro. Sorry, if I had a macro to use, I would have it on clipboard because then I would just like hideout macro. But they couldn't have macro, so they had to do it that way again. I think it's like level 26.5 now. Yeah. Obviously, as long as you hit 28 before Dominus, you're all good. But even then, you don't absolutely need to hit 28 for the Lightning Spire, but you want to be 28 to get enough XP for the last acts. If you don't hit 28 for Dominus, you're a bit in trouble. Yes, he's killing so much. Yeah, he's 26.5 right now. Oh, he doesn't know. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I don't know if I want to talk about that because he doesn't. Okay, yeah. Do I? I can show you. There's a pretty flashy skip you can do in Lunaris level 2. Sometimes. Are you? No, not Solaris, Lunaris. And even if you don't have the skip, it gives you a lot of information about the zone. I can't do the skip the other way around, I'm bad. So, even if you don't get the skip, this gives you information of the zone. It tells you if there's something behind this area. I think this actually goes going here probably. You can also tell based on the staircase we're going straight, like how we're going this. So in the race they actually had this layout, I think. Well, with a slight variation, but so if you hit this, like when you come up from this stairs, you can actually tell where the next second staircase is gonna be, like for the next level, like the next, yeah, level section, whatever you want to call it. It wasn't this one. It was this one, but there was a corrupted zone that threw people off. Well, no, I don't know if it had the same. It had the same stuff, but the corrupted zone threw them off. Well, it threw tie off. Like, okay, so he came here, right? and it didn't continue. He hit like a dead end like this, but this wasn't connecting. Then he went back. But the reason why that going back was a mistake is this wasn't a corner. Like the way that this corner here, that's the tell. So in here on the first staircase, because this wasn't a corner, I know not to go there, because this allows me to keep going. Let me see if I can find another one quick. Can I get this? But yeah, sometimes doing that skip doesn't even help you. Like, it doesn't always do it. I'd say most of the time checking that is worth it though. And you can even do, you can just, if you do it properly, you can just flame dash over that. See, we got another skip here. But so see, we got a corner. So I know that the staircase is on the other side. So I'm just going here and I'm waiting to turn to the other section. Like, I'm not even gonna go check those. I'm just trying to get here. Because that corner right there was the tell. But like the thing that I didn't have time enough to research properly is how to tell where we go at this point. That's the thing I haven't fully figured out. I have some ideas, but I haven't like nailed it down. At this point, I'm just going based off the percentages of how many layouts exit into one direction. So see, this was an enormous amount of information for me, right? This. Even if this doesn't continue, this just told me so much. Over that's like the worst case scenario for using the skip, right? I'm just using it because it's it's pretty show off. I don't usually date the skip if you okay. So I'm just gonna keep going because it allows me to. I mean, I can finish it, I guess. Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Okay, that skip was lucky as fuck. That doesn't usually happen. Dude, yeah. I mean, you can flame dash this too, I think. I think there's a position for flame dash. I don't remember.
My mana is gone.
Yeah. But that doesn't happen often. I want to check one thing though. I can do one more, then we can go back to then we go just back to the race. Shit, whoops. Ah, what am I doing? Okay, I think I just misread this. Oh yeah, I misread this. This is corner. Yep. That's the one debate. That's the one debate that I should have read. Been too long, dude. This fucking shit debated me so hard actually right now. Yeah. I should have known that layout. Feels no skip, man. But yeah, like, I need to figure out what to do in that cross section. I want to do it again. I want to do one more. Dude, I'm gonna end up spending fucking hours doing this. Stop it. Oh, I should use smoke pine. I'm so bad at using smoke pine, by the way. Like, I'm actually bad with it. I'm not sure why I went there. I never take the first turn anyways. There's actually some interesting skips in with these rooms. Not on this layout, but there's some. But yeah. It was a straight run, so you do it. It's pretty straightforward. If you can go straight, you go straight. Like the previous layout that we had, where we had the dead end, was actually straight. It just was there was something behind it. Feels bad, man. No second skip here. Yeah, I have so much more movement speed, so I'm not getting like I'm using this character, so I get to map out the whole area faster. I don't use this character to actually like go slowly. Like yeah. Like if we go here, we're gonna see the corner in the staircase. Where are you? Where are you, staircase? Oh wait, no, sorry. This is the layout that doesn't have it. Well, it does have it. It has it, but it's not fast. It's yeah. There's this one layout that has double straight line, but the corner isn't like immediate. It forces you to go there, but that's just something you need to know. And you know that based on the orientation of the start as well. Like, the way I check the start, I knew, like, where we are in the... I guess the grand scheme of the things. Oh, fuck. Wrong buttons. There we go. So, what... Like, right now, Ty is doing everything fine. Went up. Okay, so... He went to the correct direction. I'm not sure if he, like, knew this, actually, like, knew to go there based on the start. Like, if you look at his minimap. So, we are clearly at somewhere bottom because there's nothing down here. Right? So, when you were here... Because there's always two stairs to there's always two stairs connecting to the second layer. Like you have you're at the starting level, then you make stairs to the second, and then you make stairs to the third level. There's always two stairs to the first level. So based on the minimap here, we can tell that there is not gonna be staircase down here or here. Right? So he takes the correct turn to go here, based on the start. But then when he hits the dead end, he comes here and ends up running into the corrupted zone. But, like, either this was like like you can't really see it from the minimap, but this could be a dead end. Like this not potentially doesn't even continue. But there's no need to even check it. When you went the stairs up like that, based on the start of the area, you know the direction is up. So he comes here, he hits the dead end, but like he hits the dead end here. And now he turns back all the way down. Here's the mistake. Like he was doing fine until that. So you don't usually, when you, like this is the corner piece, but you can't kind of tell the corner piece because of this, but it was the corner piece because based on the orientation of the layout, the start of the area. So at that point, like you should know to go down here and it's gonna connect from here. Now, gladly the corrupted zone wasn't too far. I can actually show you an image which would tilt the fuck out of everyone, probably. At least it would tilt me. Let me try to find it. Wherever the fuck it is. If I even have it somewhere. Where's my Lunaris? Oh, you don't have this backup. I should have it somewhere. Hopefully saved. Oh. I've hidden it somewhere nicely. Yeah, where the fuck are you? Where's my Lunaris pictures? I know you are somewhere. Maybe they're not. Okay, I'm tilted. I can't find them anymore. Guess we're not looking at them. I mean, actually, we can. Okay. Go to my raw screenshots. Okay, we are on the Lunaris section. Good. Now it's good. Now I need to find the correct screenshots. So. I want to see the corrupt. Okay. Oh yeah, I got this nice wand on no vendor, no stashing. Now that is a bit feels bad, man. Especially because this could actually continue further. So imagine starting from here, doing what Ty did, come from here, then you potentially check that, then you go here, then you did that, you hit that, and then you come back and like, oh fuck. Let's skip, by the way. You can do this skip here as well. Do you have any other cool skips here on the second level? Oh, that's a skip. Not a very useful skip unless you do it from this sec. If you do it from this corner, like you can jump from here to the next platform. It saves you a bit, I guess. A tiny bit, very tiny bit, but yeah. Okay, let's go back to the video. So from here on out, it's fine. Like he's doing it fine. Lunaris pictures. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, I'll talk more later. Hey, It's from the talks of what GGG said in one of the panels, they are not completely destroying the Path of Exile 1 layouts, so I'm probably gonna finish the layout guides. I've been working for them on a while now. I actually have a decent amount of them already done. I just haven't published them. Yeah, and POE 2 is still a long way. We're gonna have a whole year of racing before that's a thing. Man, he got lucky. I think that was a really bad misplay on the starting the fight. As you can see, he even had incorrect gems, right? He swapped gems. Well, swap gems he put conductivity on. But Piety can actually destroy your mines if you place them incorrectly. If you place the mines in on top, on between you and her, she can just destroy them. So usually you want to throw them on the other side, or you place them in one place and then you go to the other side just before the fight starts, so that they don't get destroyed. So he got really lucky with that start. Also, wait. Wow, dude, what was that? The fire circle isn't even shown. What? Excuse me. It's not even on the ground. And then she transforms to fire, and the thing is still there after. Okay. Bitey is getting sneaky. The same stuff. Vendor while moved towards the next place already. No need to do that, because after that the waypoint is so far away that you can just instead go to hideout, and then he does the crafts. Craft some resistances and good to go until end. I don't think he swaps. I think at this point I don't think he changes anything anymore, if I remember correct. Oh, well, minus obviously getting a lightning spire going, but he's basically set. That damage. Yeah, he has double rare crafted flat spell damage to light. Yeah, now he took MOM, right? I think that was where he took MOM. Oh, he does a craft, okay. Yeah, there's MOM. So I think I'm not sure if he keeps taking off his auras. But yeah. Oh yeah, he's prepping the lightning spire for bosses on the chest piece. Oh yeah, he didn't have the currency to craft the first one. Sorry, the second one, I think. There's two different places where the first room when you enter is literally just in here or here, basically across to the left or across to the right. So it's just there's a very few queues for that, but that's not really important. And you still do need some XP, even though he just hit 28 now. Oh my goodness. Hitting 28 this early is... He just has some good XP going. I mean, it helps that he's killing literally everything on his way. He has all the damage in the world. there isn't too much to talk about how to do the Scepter of Gods. Other than, I mean, I guess if when you recognize how the area is built, so you have the corners, like well, I was about to say corners of the circle, but you know, you have this like circle, and in like you have like 4 areas, like in each of the like across each other. You just I mean, yeah, I would call them corners in here. So one thing is when you're here, so you never have to ever go through the outer rooms. Like you just stay to the as close to the middle as you can while scouting the corners. And there's few times when you know that like if you can, like instead of going like that, you do that. When there's like sometimes there's option to go both ways. There's like very few tells that I don't think is super important. But you never go through the like you don't never need to go there. So this was his misplay. His misplay here was going to that room. So here he should have actually turned. He should have turned down here immediately. Because he's at like at the top. Like you don't even need to go after now. Even before this, you can already go back. But usually you take the immediate turn like that. But he went a bit too far to double check that. I don't know if he did it for experience or what, because he's like about to hit level 29 now. But oh, tie23he's race was already over in Act 2. Sadly, he messed up his XP. We're gonna take a deeper look into that later. Oh yeah, and the third room is always literally just like literally you see the middle where the Scion is, and you know. Tai isn't even using Wave of Conviction, as far as I'm aware. Oh wait, no, he does. No, he has it on the second strap, right? I'm pretty sure he uses it sometimes. I've not been paying enough attention, clearly. Because I vaguely remember he had it. But you can't see it on his skill bar. Because it could be on the second bar. Wait, was it? I don't think it is there actually. I mean, who needs Wave of Conviction when you get double crafted once and you go EO before the movement speed in Act 2. So you don't even need the damage from that in Act 2 either. And Stormblast, so ever since Stormblast Mine was added, it's like crazy damage, right? It's actually insane damage. This was so nice. When you don't need gear, when you know that you don't need any of the gear, you can do that. There is no point of view races, like videos, as far as I'm aware. Cool guys don't look at the explosions, yeah. Look at that. He actually picked up Flask. How fast do you think a racer could finish the campaign and end at level 65 to jump straight to maps? Like 3 hours. 3 to 3.5 hours. No, you probably do laps, so I would add a bit to the 3 hours for sure. It's a bit hard to tell though. But it's like around the 3 hour mark. Is your question worthy of my time? I could like literally just miss it. Because I'm kind of trying to like look at the run. So I don't get to see everything in the chat. I don't think he even does any XP here. Yeah, he's just straight off. I think he read the mines correctly. I think. Oh yeah, okay. So he realized so if you look at the layout, so this is I don't want to go too deep, but if you like cut this into like blocks, like if you make this into a grid where this here is like one grid and then there's another, so you come from here to here, so you didn't have an instantaneous turn in the first room, but you had to run past one room, and then you do like a long ass run straight top left, and then you get this kind of crazy opening. This is always a dead end. So the exit is gonna be like, instead of going here, when you recognize this opening, you just turn back and it's gonna be there. What is this? You want him to do so much? Yeah? Oh yeah, you didn't actually hear this. I'm sorry. I forgot. I mean,
have you ever had a dream that you had you could you do you want you could do so you do you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
That's not me. Right? Okay. There's again a bit to talk about mines. Let's just say that he has a perfect read. We can just go with he had a perfect read, okay? Well, almost. You could argue that the second he spends here processing could be a misplay, but doesn't matter. Turning up to the corrupted zone is actually the right call, but it just happened to be a corrupted zone. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the layout. It's just there like that. It doesn't do it. Like the skeleton of the layout is still the same. You guys want to know where the skill point is in this? In this layout that does like this? You know where a lot of people just end up going? This is some good shit. Give me a second. Where are they? So here's the layout. This is the layout that they got in the race. The skill point is all the way down here. Compare the difference. So if we again made with this grid, so this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the same spots versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, sorry, 11 because that's another. It's like almost double the distance. What the fuck, do you have like every single layout full map? Almost. This is almost like the exact layout that they had with the corrupted zone here. This is a clueless. Oh, you want a nice layout? You want the... Oh my! Isn't it great when you get a layout like this, guys? It's like nice. You are not even given an opportunity to fuck up. Isn't that great? Okay, I mean I guess there, but let me find you. Oh, the tilt. Oh, the tilt. The tilt when you go there and it's like, well, none of these are skips. Just like all the way back here. Yeah, his mind was perfect. There's not too much to talk about Crystal Veins. I haven't actually fully mapped it out, but there isn't too much crazy variance on this. Oh, sorry. And you can go back a bit so you can see him do it. But he doesn't actually take any of the wrong turns. You can tell it at this point. You have an idea of the orientation of the layout, so you kind of just know where the exit is gonna be. Yeah, it's really hard to do big mistakes in Crystal Veins. There are a few layouts, but yeah. Yeah, here comes the craft. Cold resist for Darish, so he actually tries to do the skip here. His XP is so good that he's like, oh fuck it, let's just try to do the skip. It was close. That's actually pretty hard to do. That skip is actually pretty hard to do. And he's like, god damn it. Yeah. Yeah. This is not much. He's just killing stuff on its way. Like, he only needs to hit level 34 for Lightning Spire Trap level. And he's gonna hit it already. He's like, his level is already good enough. You can program a robot to juggle. Yeah. If fail, skip Daresso, juggle. Let's go. Can't wait to see. Oh, this run would have been sub 1 hour if not for the crazy long layouts. There's not much. It's impossible to fuck up Grand Arena. After you know how it goes, you basically always just go down when you can. I said that his best run was just over 1 hour. You can definitely do sub 1 hour runs with the good layouts. I think the sub 1 hour is, I mean, unless you get like crazy good Wanderlust early on or something like that. I just realized Waggle also did the disrespect on Dominus and nobody said anything. Look at that. Look at Waggle do Dominus. It's not as big of a disrespect, but he also gets to the loading like almost immediately when it's dead. Yeah, you're like, what if it drops something crazy? I thought I could zone out without killing. I mean, it was a he died to a misplay. Even if we ignore the spectral throw. Oh yeah, I guess we have to look at his the 1 in a 10. This is like literally 1 in a 10 layout, by the way. You can tell that it's a skip layout based on how the area starts. And this layout has existed for like as long as this area has been a thing. You can tell it by the start. If you look at this, the way the start, there's like this like another ledge. The way this ledge is, it's a tell.
Fresh meat.
Oh, thanks for this up, Freshman. So yeah, he goes for the skip, the flashy skip, because he doesn't need XP anymore. That's really hard to do that fast and consistently. He has practiced that a lot. The best part is Ryzen.
Fresh meat.
Oh shit! Thanks for the subs. Ryzen, I think Ryzen and Ziggy both missed the first skip. They only saw the second skip, and then they saw the skip on the stronghold. But the skip on stronghold is like few seconds. In Darius' dream, the skip is like doing the double skip saves you like over half a minute in the whole zone. In stronghold, it's not as big of a deal. I can't believe they actually got the zone with this double skip though. Yeah, that skip isn't nothing new for anyone who's racing. But obviously there was like 60, there were like 75,000 people who doesn't know these things. So it's absolutely crazy for them, right? It's just weird that both Rise and I mean they were hyping up, but it felt like they were trying to pretend that they didn't know about. I mean, okay, Rice did mention that before you could like people would do the skip with lightning warp. Yeah, you can do this with lightning warp and blink. But ever since smoke mine was changed, so this patch it opened the skip as well. So it is relatively new for mainstream race where you didn't get lightning lucky with a white lightning warp. But like when we come to the stronghold skip, I did skip on his leveling video about 2 years ago. Yeah, I made a video about the Calm's dream like so long ago. I don't even remember how old it is. That's like back in the time of Wall Fireball. Yeah. Times. If somebody wants to go find the video, we can take a look at it. I do it with lightning warp. But yeah, this skip saved him a few seconds only because the staircase are literally there. Like the staircase are literally just this. So we're talking about like only like a few seconds. But I like that he did it because it's flashy as fuck. And then obviously just instant deletion as expected. Well, he kind of missed that a bit. Oh yeah, yep. Okay, so guys, this is what we're talking about. This video I posted on. This is 2.5 years ago. Oh god, you need to hear the sounds. This is 2.5 years ago. So the tell here is this like when you come up from the start, then you get this kind of ledge. It's I don't really know how to explain it. This is like this ledge. Who did this? Oh, this is my video. But you see there's mushrooms here and here. My like old we were in the forest with mushrooms. Yeah, this is the exact same skip. Legacy lead. And then, oh, this was literally done. The guys literally did this in this race. Oh, he has a perfect read on belly level 1 and belly level 2. How many of you would actually turn up here or then down here? I know I did back when I didn't know how to do this layout. Yeah, these were literally the easiest layouts. I'm a bit sad. I'm a bit sad that we had the easiest layouts. Once he exits this, I wanna show you what I wish they had. Upstairs? No, probably down. No, not there. But there is a decent amount of dead ends in here in this layout, but that you can go to, but it's easy to tell how it ends. I wish we had. Now this is actually the easiest though. Even if this looks intimidating, where you do this kind of loop, this is actually the easiest layout, because when you get this start, you know exactly how it's gonna end, like that. There's no other layouts that starts like this. But yeah. One of these. Yeah, I kind of wish it was this layout, because many people run here. Many people. They just come from here and then they run here. And then they're like, well, fuck. And then they come back. And then they also go here. And they're like, fuck. And then they come here. And then they also run here. Yeah, every belly can be literally read at the, like, very early. Like, at this point here, you know what this layout is, if you know how to do it. But, yeah, like, the good thing is, like, people could do this mistake, like, here. And then they come here. Then they're like, oh, fuck, and then like, oh, let's go up, oh fuck, and then it is like. There's another layout that you can do a small mistake too. Like you can, okay, you can't kind of, I mean you can go here, but that's like, doesn't do anything. This is, again, you can't really fuck this up too bad. So yeah, that's why, I mean, okay, I guess this, but if you know what you're doing, you never come here, you never go straight like that. So again, can't really fuck that up. Belly is a lot more tricky. Belly has so many rules within like one layout itself as well. It's crazy. So we got the absolute easiest. Like this is literally the easiest belly level 2 you can get. So there's two different variants of this layout. Well, variants. So the tell here is, if you look at the minimap, when you come from here, you're forced to go up. There's not even an option to go straight or option to go down to the right. And then there's nothing behind this wall here. So that tells you, like, again, if you talk about the diamond, we are at the bottom of the diamond. So there's only two options at this point. If this keeps going past the first, like, this could be a dead-end room. If this was a dead-end room, then you knew it would do, like, it would, like, come from, like, actually, just show you. Then we would just get a layout like this. So if this is a dead-end, then you know that it's going to be like that. And it's from here. from hitting this dead end, this is easy. So this could have had a fuck up on someone if they did the turn like here, because this is oof. Except that's a skip. That saves you a lot of time running back. But yeah, so we ended up having these layouts. Not that, sorry. That layout. This kind of layout. See many people take that dead end. Yeah. So instead of the first room being a dead end, so you come from here, and this would be the other turn, and this is a dead end. I mean, you can kind of see sometimes if this connect. It's really, you would have to like hit the end, but you don't need to do that. So you come from here, you run back to the dead end. It wasn't the dead end. Okay, so now you take the third room. So 1, 2, 3, and then you just run to the end and then loop around. That's the layout. Now, what we could have had, for example, we could have a layout like this. This is potentially pretty fucking monka. When people come here, then they would check the loop. Oh no, and then they go here, and then they hit this dead end, and then they come here and hit that dead end. I don't think they would have done this, but this is potentially a bit feels bad, man. But there are worse than this as well. Let me just find you. Oh, oof. Yeah. I mean, you don't do this mistake when you know what you're doing, but that's. I mean, this is easy when you know it, but when you don't know it, that's a Monka W. This is again. I mean, you would probably hit that dead end. This is like a rare variant. Like when you hit that dead end, you know what doing. But this is again potentially career ending. That's a bit annoying. But you don't go this far. You never go all the way up here. Like you don't actually hit this mistake. No. The 4.0 isn't changing existing layouts. They are not reworking all of their existing layouts. They already said that in one of the panel. It's like the pure randomization is coming in to the second campaign. Yeah, there's some shit that could happen here. I'm not gonna go over all of the layouts, but there's a lot of feels bad man moments in Belly of the Two if you don't know what you're doing. I can do Belly of the Beast now in a way that I run into. When I say I'm running the dead end, I'm talking about running like consistently sake. You will hit a dead end every now and then because you're clearing them in the same way, and you don't know how it connects sometimes. I probably run into a dead end every 20 layout, and that's just because I do it consistently the same way. So, and I haven't like spent an eternity doing Belly 2. Oh, yeah, let's go back to full screen. No, not full screen. There we go. I mean, I guess this is full screen for him. But yeah, as you can see, it's the one where he just goes all the way top right and then loops around. I have a feeling that people will use the first campaign to push 2 maps for a bit, especially if it's actually gonna be super random like they're talking about. Yeah, I guess Ty is taking MOM for stun avoidance and just one shot safety, I guess. Chris is dead. yeah. We'll see. I mean, if that's gonna be the case, that's gonna be a bit weird. And you can curse her. If you have the damage, you just insta keep anyway, it doesn't matter. And everything just dies. No, but that's balance. They are balancing the other stuff too, I would assume. So I don't think it's gonna be harder in that way. Or like they're not making everything much tankier in the second campaign. Who needs 4 links, by the way? I mean, he has 4 links gloves, but he would have to chrome them. And good luck getting blue, green on them, or blue, which I don't think he even would probably use. Yeah, this was like 1 hour and 2 minutes. It was slightly less than... It was like 1 hour, 1 minute and 40 seconds, something like that. I don't remember. I have the timer on my board, but yeah, it was sub 1-2. Like 102. Smooth kill, no issues. And he had 30... What is that? 33 here, yeah. He only needs 1 more level for gem levels. But yeah, I think we're gonna be... After the tie run, we're gonna go through the other runs a bit faster. Because we'll already talk about all of the layouts, etc. Yeah, it could end up being faster or shorter. It could be a case. We'll see. Dude, not too much to talk about this layout. There isn't too many dead ends you can do. Like there just isn't much variation in any after like Act 4. And even in Act 4, there's only some layouts. I mean, okay. Now to think about it, half of Act 4 has variation, but Act 5 is just like nothing. There's like control blocks, that's it. There's just the potential skip in control blocks. Yeah, that skip was just eh. Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 slightly different variations of control blocks. And that's about it. Yeah, the other skip where you skip through the corner is so much cooler than just going through the openings in the walls. Man, Havok is currently starting the Kitava phase 1 right now. Like Tai is like literally 1, 2, 3 and a half, like 4 zones ahead of him right now. I'm not sure what happened to Havok after like Act 3. Tai just like just flew after that. And Havok couldn't keep up. Lack of damage. Maybe, yeah. Oh no. I forgot I forgot. They completely skipped Ty's innocence fight. Oh, look at that. We got back. We're back. I mean, the Havok wasn't bad. Ty was just better. And crying? Wait, crying is not a fast early act racer. Crying is just the endgame pusher. Yeah, like Ty had like, I mean, all of them had their plans. Like Ty's plan, like, and how he did Act 2 for the way he like helping Alira is fine. Like going to Wall Ruins immediately is not a big deal if you are the actual level you need there to be there. No, when I'm saying what like early, like anything until Act 10 is still early. I don't know if you guys know, but you can actually go through those walls. I don't know, like I don't remember them talking about that, but there's that wall here. These openings are dashable, or like, you know, you can use any movement skill through them. Sometimes it's annoying, like hard to get it right, but yeah. They have like visual, like again, like it took him a while to get it. It feels like, I feel like they made it harder to get through them. Yeah, you need the right angle and right position for it. Because something a lot of people don't do. No flash charges. And he just like, ah, fuck it, I'll just go get some charges. Because he's not killing anything. He's already level 34, right? And he has TP scrolls. He just, let's go. And then he insta-used them a bit too early, I think. Looks like he overused the flask a bit after. Yeah, he used the second charge like immediately after. But yeah, the loading screens are insane on this, so it's totally worth doing. He is just zooming right now. One thing here that I do myself, because EU loads, is because the waypoint is so close to the entrance to the next zone, I can actually click the exit to the next zone and take the waypoint, and then I zone out to the next area. But that's too fast for that. Again, there's not much to talk about. Act 5 just doesn't have much variation. It's a bit sad because I would like to talk about the layouts, but there isn't much to talk about. Yeah, it's if you miss it, then it's just yikes. Grab the item, get out, and then you go. No, they all have the same PC and everything, so they're all of their loads the same. I think the devs wanted to give us something straightforward and consistent after spaghetti maps of Act 4. No, I think it's more about, if you remember, we got Act 5 to 10 in the same go. So it was much more content, so they didn't have time to add more variation to the layouts. for all of those acts because we got them at the same time versus getting like, you know, we got Act 4 as one act. As a big one update. Also, the more endgame content they have, the less replayability they need for people in full screen. Oh yeah. So the more like replayability we have other ways, the less they need to focus on the start. But like at the early game, like early like years ago when they didn't have much content, having variation in the layouts made a difference. He just like absolutely destroys Kitava. Look how fast the heart dies. Oh, crazy. Easy peasy. Just destroy everything. Yeah, the hard phase is actually harder for the most part. Especially if the hard phase starts when you have that degen crown just started. He's actually smiling, by the way. I don't know if you see it, but you can actually see the relief when he's smiling. Or he's trying to... There. He's trying to keep it cool. Yeah, he's having a little moment there. Easy game. Ahead of Havoc by half an act at this point. Pretty key. Just the god tier gamer. He just has like an absolute no, like he has this down to science, dude. Trying not to move for 50 minutes.